girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done.
Hello, everyone. What is going on? Oh, happy Tuesday. I hope everyone's doing pretty good here. Pretty excited to do this. I've been part of the Horde community for a while, and if you guys have been kind of watching my channel, you know that I've teased Horde several times. Every single time I kind of go over my portfolio, I've said Horde several times now. And in today's live stream AMA, I'm super excited to be able to talk to Tommy and Jayden from the HORDE team. So they do have a whole bunch of things to share with us. I have some questions, and hopefully it'll help answer and alleviate some of the things if you guys either have or haven't heard of HORDE just yet, okay? So without further ado, let me go ahead and put them in here. So there we are. What's up, Tommy? What's up, Jayden?
Hey, thanks for having us. Yeah. Hello. So we're both sat here together. So this is why we're all coming through one mic. But yeah, really appreciate you having us along here, man. Really excited. And we discussed just before, really, it's been great to have you among the community. And yeah, it's just been a fun ride, right?
Absolutely. I'm team Bloodlust Occult. Occult? Yeah.
Bloodlust Occult. Yeah. One of the factions, one of the 4 factions. People are still trying to guess at what we're doing with that, right? But
I'm one of the few there. It looks like the Bloodlust is one of the fewer members. Looks like the Nuclear Order is one of the more popular ones here.
Yeah, definitely, man. I think the graphics and everything and the stickers really helped with that, man. Gave it some nice branding.
Absolutely, I agree. Well, let's go ahead and dive on in here. Let's go ahead and go through some questions. And because I know a lot of people, I did see a couple in there. Someone, Merce, said what's HORDE and stuff like that. So with any project that I kind of like to get a chance to speak with, I like starting with the leadership of the team, right? So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourselves and how many exactly of you guys are there on the HORDE team?
So yeah, it's a pretty diverse team from all across the world. There's actually 8 founders. We all have different skill sets, different backgrounds, different professions, but we all have been involved in the crypto space, been interested in it for many years between us, and it's just something that it was funny how it all came along with regards to getting to where we created Horde, because we've all got, like I say, our different backgrounds on how we sort of ended up working with each other. But it was really a case of we found each other through different circles, through different friends. And when the sort of idea came around, and after we brainstormed about what we wanted to see, what was different in the space, it just we sort of magnetized together, and we've been working excellent. Like, it's certainly one of the best working teams I've ever worked in. We just all click straight away with the same passion of the crypto space, of things that we could do differently. And yeah, it's just been a great time ever since, and we're all hard work and just dedicated to it.
I think a lot of people ask us who is the CEO, who is CFO, or whatnot.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like we have this consensus democracy. Everyone sort of needs to agree before we do anything, and a lot of people would see that as a hindering, but it's really our strength. It's what have put us to where we are now, and it's probably because we are so different in backgrounds, like but still comes from the same inheritage of beliefs and fundamental vision, right? But so many different places in the world, and that's sort of like what brings it together and makes the harmony.
Yeah, and Jida makes a good point, is that we purposely didn't give each other different roles to make any kind of hierarchy. Everyone agreed at the start that, look, we're all doing this together. We all need to be able to trust each other, and have complete trust in making decisions, and we all let each other do that. If someone makes a bad decision or whatever, it's like, well, it doesn't really happen, but it's like, if it happens, it's everyone's decision together, because we all trust each other. So it's been a great working environment like that.
Oh, I like that. I like that. If I were to ever, and I don't know if I think it's never, but if I were to ever start a project, I would like to be amongst peers, amongst people that share the same vision, that I get along with. Did you guys all meet beforehand? Were you guys friends? Were some of you friends beforehand, or how did you guys all meet?
Yeah, some of us have been friends before. Some of us have known each other through different circles. Some of us knew of each other through working on different stuff. So
some of us got rugged together.
Yeah, some of us got rugged in the crypto space together, and that is definitely something that binds you together as individuals as well, right? But it's like I say, it was pretty nice how we had people in mind. Everyone that we approached with this idea that we was going to build this cool ecosystem that we're building, everyone was just really excited about it. I think it was just the timing of everything, and it was regards to the devs actually ended up having time to dedicate it to it. So everything was just really nice how it sort of dropped into place.
Yeah, that's super cool. And what I was going to show them is I'm probably going to do this a little later, but I have the website pulled up and everything. I love the whole green theme and the whole zombie theme. I just absolutely love that, and we'll go into that definitely a little more later. But so I know you guys mentioned that some of you got rugged together. Nothing like struggles that bind people together. But other than yeah, what inspired you guys to actually create this project? So I've spoken about Horde on my videos before, when I've been kind of sharing, my portfolio and the projects I'm a part of. But what for some of those people that are in here that don't know what it is, what exactly is the Horde project?
So what is Horde? I mean, it's a loaded question, as you know, because there's a lot going on. Essentially, when we came together and, we brainstormed about what we thought was missing in especially the sort of node play, the sort of DAS sector, we really focused on what we wished was out there to start with. And then it was a case of, okay, so we don't want to just stop there. What actually do we want to do with regards to building an ecosystem? What do we want to offer to people? And it was really a case of combining many different categories from cryptocurrency, including the DAO sector, which is like a DeFi as a service, where you're earning daily rewards, where you're combining NFTs, which are going to have utility in the play-to-earn game that's coming. But essentially, it's going to be an all-in-one place where people can come along. They can learn about these different sectors of cryptocurrency. We've made it really easy to access, and now with fractional nodes, we've also fractional plots. Sorry, we've also made it a lot more accessible for everyone's portfolio as well, right? Because this is just launched. It's now just going to cost people 1 token or 5 tokens or 10 tokens to enter our ecosystem. Essentially, the new fractional plots are really, they're called soul stones and souls runes. They're essentially to give people a ladder on to getting a plot. And why would you want a plot? A plot is what gives you access to the play to earn levels in the game. It's what you can attach NFT scenes, like movie scenes, to it. They will give you a slight rewards boost. But essentially, it's in order to get involved in the actual ecosystem and start participating in all we've got to come. With regards to fractional plots, I see you just pulled it up. There is a massive giveaway going at the moment as well. So for everyone that buys either a Souls Rune for 1 Horde token or a Soul Stone for 5 Horde tokens, up until the end of the month, they'll have a ticket into an epic PC gaming giveaway, as you can see.
Yeah, no, that PC looks sick.
There's going to be 5 tickets for the Soul Stone because it's 5 tokens and 1 ticket for the Souls Rune. There's a max limit of 10 runes in per wallet and 2 stones. The reason for that is because we didn't want to give people an advantage to take advantage of a compound, and especially people with bigger plots. So throughout the whole project, we've really thought about being able to prevent whales manipulating stuff. For those that don't know, we do have a stable price range, currently between $99 and $112. Ever since launch day, which was 83 days ago, or 83 days, it went straight into the price range, and it's stuck there ever since. It started off between 95 and 105, and then we, after we got to a certain amount of success, a certain amount of liquidity, we was able to up that peg, which went from is now at 99 to 112, and it stays in this range. Okay, and this is what people have loved about it with a recent sentiment, right? It's also a case of, this is one of the problems that we foresee. What was wrong, especially in the rewards plays, because you don't want to be paid something that's fallen in value, extending your days to return investment. We've all been there. We've all got that heartache. So this is one of the factors what we tried to do differently. Another big factor was the decaying plots. So of course we run a zombie theme on it. After 300 days, your plots get overrun by zombies and your rewards stop. So we're not paying lifetime rewards out to people. That is just completely unsustainable. And then you've got the Souls Stone, which is 5 Horde tokens, lasts for 250 days, and the Souls Rune lasts for 200 days. But what makes it fair is they're all 1% daily rewards. So that is what we really wanted to make sure, that the rewards were fair across the board. And yes, the amount changes, but you know, that was about as fair as you could do it across the board for every entry, really.
Yeah, no, thanks for answering that. I know it was a loaded question, like what is Horde, because you guys are doing different things, like the play to earn and the NFTs and stuff like that. But you did partially answer a lot of the next question, and I'm going to tie it in with, obviously, this MER has, how is that stable price maintained? But the next question here is, we've obviously all seen different metas hit the DeFi space, right? I'm sure you guys have as well. Like last year was all DAOs, right? We got the nodes coming in last year. We had the miners. Auto stakers are now becoming popular. So with that being said, like, we've seen the node projects absolutely get decimated. I did 100%, right? I was a part of Strong. I invested close to $30,000 into Strong, which would have gotten me a nice amount of Horde plots. But ultimately, these node projects ended up getting wrecked because of sell pressure. And I know you answered some of it in the previous one in regards to, plot decays and stuff like that. But how is HORDE different from your other nodes as a service or DeFi as a service kind of projects, such as Thor, Strong, and Comb being, you know, the bigger ones here? And then obviously Mer's asking a question here: how is this stable price maintained?
I think the biggest thing that set us aside from a lot of the other projects is that we aim to make utility that can be used in other businesses as our LMS liquidity manager service, right? That's going to be a revenue stream from a lot of other projects in the DeFi sector.
Yeah,
And I don't really have. I don't
Do you
think I have seen any other project makes utility that other projects are going to use, which would bring consistency in the revenue income, right?
yeah.
Unless all of DeFi space obviously dies, but then that's probably the least problem.
Do you want to explain a little bit about how the actual price is stabilized with regards to the liquidity manager?
So we are paired with BUSD instead of BNB. That's sort of removing the roller coaster ride regarding market conditions, right? And then we have this liquidity manager that sort of handles all trades, and so they go through our mini DEX, which is called SolSwap. And the reason we use that is for us to be able to control the narrative regarding the price, and it's very complicated, but the easy explanation is that it buys low and sells high. So every time someone buys for a lot of money, the upper peg get hits, and it sells and keep the price at the top peg. And every time it go below 99, it starts buying again. And that's the easy explanation. It's way more complicated than that, but I think everyone can understand that analogy.
Yeah, and with regards to what Jayden just mentioned with LMS, I'll touch over that in a moment, but that's one of the strong early income streams that we've got coming, which we're actually allowing other projects to come on board and use the liquidity manager in order to stabilize their token as well. But we'll talk about that a bit more in a moment. First off, coming back to why we're different, I mean, from a user's point of view, that's the most important perspective, because this is why HORDE got built, was because we was unhappy as users in the space what was going on. So with regards to what we offer, I mean, to start off with, in order to build a nice amount of trust even before we launched, we didn't have any team allocation, and I must make that a highlighted point, because many projects obviously have these big amounts of tokens waiting there for dump and cause problems later on. We sacrificed all of our team allocation, which meant that we would literally only get paid if a project was a success. Luckily for us, we managed to do it, and so far so good, and everything's going well. So we got paid, because if it didn't, we would have done this all for nothing, right? But that was quite a big point to bring. We don't have any membership fees like other node projects out there. There's no plot creation fee as well. There's no claim fee for the tokens as well. It's all on BNB, on Binance Smart Chain, which obviously is super low fees as well for users. The only thing we have is two things. In fact, we have a 10% sell tax, which actually is there in order to stop people swing trading the range, because we don't want people coming along, buying low, selling high, and trying to make 10%. So this 10% swing, 10% sell tax prevents anyone coming along and trying to swing our tokens. All people do when they come along to HORDE is they buy it to make plots. We have had people buying tokens and sell them, but they've lost 10%. So I don't know why it happens, but maybe they're undecided whether they should make a plot or not. But it's like, you're going to lose. If you're coming along just to buy the tokens, you're only coming along to lock it up in the liquidity, which is a special thing as well. The other thing we had to implement was a 10% transfer tax. And this was really to mitigate problems with people taking advantage of a pre-sale, buying more than one HORDE plot, because we really wanted people just to buy one per wallet. And it was just to bring that in there to stop people compounding from there, and also to deter people from doing like over 100 per wallet and stuff like this. Okay, so things like this really help. I mean, why else are we different with regards to from a user's perspective? We have multiple incomes being built. So the LMS is something that we offer to other projects. We've already signed the first partner we're going to start is Golden Society. We've got some other names coming, but I can't say anything else other than that right now. They come along, we stabilize their token. It's on multi-chain. It's not just on Binance Smart Chain. We then receive a fee from every transaction that goes through their liquidity manager because it's a separate liquidity manager. And then this comes back in the HORDE protocol. On top of this, we've got obviously NFT sales. We've got merchandise coming down the line. We've got the play to earn, which is then going to have a game currency attached to it. And more of these details will be coming in the Souls paper, the new white paper, coming in Q2, along with a new website as well. So both of these, the website and the Souls paper is really going to go into detail about how a lot of them different things work. One more thing I'd like to add, if I may,
Absolutely,
is how active the founders are. Me, Jayden, everyone, you'll see us in the community trying to answer questions, trying to, just be active as much as we can. We hate it. Being involved in other projects where it's like trying to get hold of a team member is really difficult, where you have to go through moderators to ask questions. They're like, oh, we'll ask the team. No, we like to be there. We like to be active and answering questions. We welcome all the easy, difficult questions, beginner questions, expert questions. We want people to be active and talk in our community. And so far, so good. I mean, everyone loves our Discord community. Got a lot going on there. We try and do a lot of giveaways to a community. We like to give money back to a community rather than just marketing and influence and stuff like that. We just feel it's a much better way to reward a community and get better sort of better exposure out there like that. So, I mean, just a few things why we're different, I suppose, to answer your question.
Yeah, no, I like that, and community is a huge thing. It's
Yes.
during these crazy times, surrounding yourself with a positive community, a community like yours. I can vouch 100% that I've been in the HORDE community, and you guys are in there. I see you guys typing away all the time, so that's really, really awesome to see. And obviously, those actions speak really, really positively for me, being able to see founders and members of the actual team in there answering questions. I really, really do like that. So thank you for that. The next question here is, obviously it's no secret right now that we are in very bloody and turbulent times. How is HORDE doing right now in these times? Obviously, I pulled up Deck Screener. If we take a look here, you guys are still performing as you stated, right? Nice and stable across the board here. How is the health of HORDE overall? Like, is the LMS healthy? How are you guys faring in these times?
So I could come with some numbers.
I like numbers.
Yeah. Well, let's just take the net growth then of HORDE in value. So from the 1st of June to the 9th of June, we had a net growth of $276.9 thousand, where 173,000 of those went into the liquidity manager. Then we have from the just 10 and 11, and it made a growth of 36,000 directly to the liquidity manager. And then we have a BTC and ETH crash from the 12th to the 14th, where we made a gain on 40,000 or 39.1 thousand to the liquidity manager. So
I suppose the moral of the story is we're doing very well considering the markets how it is. We have had constant growth. We've had lots of plot creations as per usual. In fact, the average plot creation has went up.
And I think it's important to say here that it's not just compounding; it's money going into the protocol. And again, the reason this is, it's because this is why we built HORDE as we did it. This was because this was inevitable. Everyone knew that it would be bear market at some point, and it's like if you're gonna make something that's gonna work, then it should work in all conditions. And I think we start to prove our point by numbers now, and not just by talk.
Yeah, and on a daily basis, we're seeing big buys coming in $10, $20, $30,000, which is incredible to see considering the market right now.
Yeah.
When we're seeing HORDE buys bigger than they could buy one Bitcoin, and it blows my mind sometimes that this is happening with regards to the current market conditions. But that's because we really have separated ourselves from the market.
Yeah.
And all we've done is we've carried on doing stuff in our lane. We've carried on delivering what we said we're going to deliver. We've came out with more than what we've said when we're going to deliver with regards to liquidity management service and a few other things that are in a working. So we're just really appreciative to be in this position right now, especially with the markets where they are, with lots of momentum, with lots of excitement about our project. And it's quite refreshing to a lot of people. A lot of people said that we're a breath of fresh air in the current market conditions, right? And this has been one part of our success, has been the pure luck of timing, really. I mean, we all hate to see the crypto markets crash, but for HORDE to prove our concept, I mean, we can't really. We've had the Terra collapse, we've had the market collapse, we've had a lot of stuff happening, and we've just stayed strong, and we carried on growing and we carried on doing our thing. And I think people just really appreciate that, right?
Yeah, I for sure. And that's what people want right now in these crazy times. People are either withdrawing in fear for their lives, or they're looking for something that can offer stability. And right now, HORDE is obviously offering that stability. So I think you're absolutely correct. So the next one I have here is, you guys touched on the fractional. Is it fractional plots? So we got the Soul Stone and the Soul Rune. Are those the names of the plots?
Yeah, so that's it. So we had a lot of names going back and forth for so long. It was ridiculous, right? But we ended up just coming back to fractional plots. Okay. Everyone understands what it is. It's very simple to understand. And you've got two options. So this is really something that a community has been asking for a long time. We wanted it to happen, but we also didn't want to just, jump on the bandwagon because people are asking it. We wanted to make sure, is there an actual need for it? Do a lot of people want this? So when we first launched, we sort of set these plots, our original plots, to around about $1,000 because they're 10 tokens at around about $100 per plot. Okay, so about $1,000 is about the average before. So this was really because we had to sort of meet it in the middle with regards to where other plots, where other node projects were, and sort of the price of them. But now we're just really happy to give people that sort of stepping stone in order to get up to the one whole plot, because not everyone can afford $1,000. I appreciate that, but a lot of people now can afford the $500 or the $100 plots, which are actually their real only incentive is in order to get the same 1% rewards for people. And of course, they can cash them rewards out just the same as plots. But effectively, it's for people to start building up so that they too can get involved with having a plot. So yeah, it's been exciting to see that, because a lot of people we've seen like, oh, I'm saving up, I've nearly got enough for my first HORDE plot. Well, all of them guys could have came along sooner, So we're excited to see that happen finally.
Yeah, is this $4,000 gaming PC giveaway only for purchasing fractional plots?
Very good question, and yes, it is, unfortunately, to some people's despair. But this is a celebration for the Soul Rune and Soul Stone. We've got lots more coming for people with normal plots, so they're not going to get left out. As mentioned before, we do lots of different giveaways. I'm sure you've seen it in there as well. We try and push a lot of giveaways for the community to get them involved in our social engagement, just because we feel it's money better spent on our community than it is a lot of the time on marketing and stuff like this. Because we want authentic. We want to be authentic. We want to give something back as much as we can. And if our community wants to go and like retweet stuff, like come along to our Discord, join the giveaway channel, and you'll see that you can maybe win a token here or there. And that's now enough to purchase, a rune or even a stone if you collect them up. So we're really happy that that's where we got it.
Very cool. Very cool. So what's pretty much up next here on the roadmap? I know on the website here, if we click on roadmap on Q2, you guys have Soul Paper V2, NFT with
Yes.
new to utility. So go ahead and talk to us about the up and coming stuff on the roadmap. I know a lot of people are eager for the play to earn version because I don't think we've successfully seen a successful play to earn node plot version, kind of like what you guys are trying to do here. So just talk about the roadmap for us here.
Okay, so the current roadmap on the website was obviously from before launch. So that's currently being updated as stated here in Q2. The new roadmap's going to be a lot more detailed with a lot more explanations about things coming. The next thing really we're looking forward to, there's three things that I'm really excited to come up next. Number one is just onboarding more LMS partners. So we've got more projects coming on board that are going to implement the liquidity manager into their protocol. And by the way, if anyone's listening and they think that their favorite project could do with stabilizing their token, tell them to come along and ask us and tell us to reach out to the team, because we want to speak to everyone. They can customize it however they want to do it. They can set different ranges, different parameters, and everything's still their project. It just means that we're delivering a service to them that's going to help build our protocol, build our liquidity, and it's going to enable them to get a stable price. So something that was never on a roadmap was LMS. And this is because this idea came about from actually the sort of original idea originated from an AMA, a different AMA, where the interviewee suggested something like this, and we went back into the lab, knocking our heads together, trying to come up with a way that we could do this, and LMS was created. With regards to that, we've also got the new website coming. The new website, I've seen a few previews, a few layout, how it's looking. It's looking really cool, and I can't wait to get that out there with a lot more updated information. And also, the most important thing is the Souls paper for me. The Souls paper Volume 2. We held back with a lot of information in the Souls paper Volume 1 because of when we even launched, it wasn't a great market at the time, especially for sort of node style projects. So what we really wanted to do in the Volume 1 was really focus on what we were delivering first off, the sort of first section of our ecosystem of how we was going to do it differently. And really the actual white paper, the Souls paper Volume 2, is going to be a lot more in depth, a lot more explaining how we're doing stuff and why we're doing it this way. Because now people can finally see the different innovation we've got going on here with regards to how we're approaching stuff. And every different part of our whole ecosystem, whether you're talking about the reward sector, whether you're talking about the NFTs or the play to earn or everything in between, they're all going to be connected somehow. Okay. Even our Discord, you have to verify your plot ownership in order to come to our Discord. And then not just come to our Discord, in order to be a verified plot owner on our Discord. And that enables you to vote for treasury polls, etc. So we're really trying to combine everything. And we're trying to show people how a friendly ecosystem can be created. Because I know a few people that I've managed to get into HORDE along this journey. And they've never done crypto before, but they're able to do HORDE because everything's just there. It's easy. You haven't got to go to a different exchange, send them tokens somewhere, do all these different, sometimes it's super complicated, overcomplicated, in fact, in crypto. And we've tried to simplify it and make that user experience really easy to understand. So the new website, is going to explain a lot more about that. The Souls paper, really the LMS partners. With regards to new NFTs coming, there's something in the working in the background. Again, I'm not going to go into that as well right now. But we're always pushing. We're always trying to develop more, and we've got the game being developed in the background now. We'll eventually start letting sneak peeks out for that as well. Those in our community know that we don't like talking about stuff until stuff is really ready, or we're really happy with how things are going. If there's any alterations and stuff, we just hold it back. We'll wait, because we know, with regards to how we've got the stable price, with regards to the confidence building our protocol, the exposure we're getting, the momentum we're getting, there's no rush. We're here for a long time. and we want to execute our plan correctly. And on top of that, we've had all these other different things coming along because we've been a great success up to now, and I really hope it continues, which I can't see it not, because we are really putting the hard work in behind the scenes, on the front end, on the back end, and I hope that shows across to everyone really.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. So that's really cool to I wrote all those things. You said onboarding more LMS projects, which is cool. New website UI, people always really like that. I mean, I like your website right now. I think it's really unique. I love it. But then obviously, like you said, the Souls paper volume 2, because a lot of people really like reading the white paper, or in this case, the soul paper. I do. When I'm going into a project, I like being able to read about the project and what's going on, the technicalities behind it. I come from a technology background, so I really like reading stuff like this. And so this got me through, but it's good to hear that you guys are definitely about to improve it with a version 2.
Yeah, I mean, it was really difficult when like I say, when we first started writing the white paper, we were just going to do an original white paper.
Sure.
I mean, there was so much detail, and we felt like we were just throwing so much information and this big, massive vision that people thought like, well, where's this team that's popped out of nowhere going to be able to do all of this big vision? It was almost like we didn't want to sort of sound too big for our boots that we was going to achieve all this. So we really had to filter it down to what was there. But as you can see, it's a light paper, and it's still, I mean, if you put it into normal text, it's still a good few pages worth of reading, okay? Normally light papers could be a 1-pager or a 2-pager. So it's like, we're really just trying to expand on as much as we can with regards to the normal white paper. We'll talk about liquidity manager in there. We'll reveal more about how the game layout's going to be, how that's really going to look.
Cool.
Really detailed stuff about the payouts, about what's been going on with rewards, how really we've handled market sentiment up till now. Similar questions like you've asked here. But like you say, you need it out there. You need a good white paper so that people can come along. It's the first thing that I've ever asked when I come along to a project, right? Where's the white paper? I need the white paper. And that really sets a standard as to what it's going to be. So with regards to the light paper, volume 2, we wanted to make sure it looked great, which, it certainly looks like completely different to other light papers that I've seen out there. And we wanted to make it a bit more fun and easy to read, because at the end of the day, this is where our ecosystem's going. We want to make it a fun place, an easy place for people to come along and get involved in all these different sectors.
Yeah, I wanted to take a quick moment here because I've been always transparent with kind of like what I have here. And so I want to take us to the actual DApp. And so you guys see here on the DApp that I have 2 plots, right? I have the Lucia and my Alexandria plot. And so in here, I've told everyone that I've been 100% ROI'd with HORDE. Yeah. And then these crazy markets, I still took a $1,200 payday yesterday. All right. So even in bear markets, HORDE is paying out as promised in terms of their stability. Now, I wanted to talk here really quick, and I love this DApp, you guys. This is super cool. I know you guys added this. Go ahead.
Yeah, our dev done a great job. Our graphics designer designed the sort of, you could call it the empty plot where you can attach the NFTs, and then obviously when you finally pick up a Soulstone, a Soulstone, I know you're going to, it's like you'll see them on there below that as well. And then at the top, you'll see secret. Mm-hmm. That's top secret. Let's not talk about that, or I'll have to kill you. That's how it is. So, but it looks great. We're really proud of it. My favorite feature on this current DApp UI is the health bar. I absolutely love the health bars. Really cool, man. So, yeah, looking really good. We've got a few adaptations we want to bring up. There's a few updates coming as well, but we're always updating stuff. I'm sure people have seen it before where, all of a sudden there'll just be an update, and sometimes we might be too busy to even announce it. It just gets done, right? So that's what people like to see as well. Just things added all the time and adaptations to it and, updates. So just to make it better all the time, because we want a better experience with it as well.
Yeah, it was a pleasant surprise when I logged in because it didn't have, I mean, it's so simple, this little picture here, but it wasn't there before. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, look, I could see my plot, right? And then obviously here in the NFT section, you guys have some really, really cool looking, artists and whatnot for these NFTs also, because I'd like to, I guess my personal question, I'm going to put you guys on the spot here. Would it make more sense to purchase an NFT for 7.5 HORDE, or would it make more sense to just go ahead and purchase a plot?
the answer to that question is: are you gonna leave us after you have made your ROI? Because then the NFT, like maybe that's for life, right? So if you're going to make a plot more, well, I have NFTs. That's what I'm saying. Like, it will live on. It's not decaying, and it's permanent investing into the ecosystem. So
Perfect.
it's really up to you. It's how you look at it.
Yeah.
For me, it's a no doubter. I have all 3 NFTs. They come in sets, and who knows?
With
Why?
regards to like the value of it, obviously you get a small boost for attaching a plot to a scene to a plot.
Mm-hmm.
But with regards to what they are and what they do, this is really a case of the utility that's going to come with them. So for now, it's just something, you have to do things in order. And at the time, we're ready to roll out the NFTs. And people wanted them as well. There was a lot of sort of hype about them and getting them. But we also was aware that we wasn't going to sell out the NFTs because, without blowing our community's trumpet, our community is really smart. Okay, they're really smart and they ask the right questions. And a lot of them have said, well, like it might be better value for me as an individual to buy a plot. Well, that's cool. That's you as an individual. But for me, like if I want access to different levels and the play to earn what's coming, like I'm going to get the plot. But as you can see, there's only limited. When these other utilities drop, they're going to become a lot more desirable. So it's really nice to see, people are buying them up. They're slowly attaching them to their plots. But here's the thing: it's like there's going to be more utilities for these, and they're going to allow access to things like representations of different levels. For example, like a church square level or search and rescue level. And you're only going to be able to participate in competitions and things like this if you own that particular plot. Okay. So there's a lot of things coming. As Jida mentioned, the plots decay, but not the NFT scenes. So if you attach a plot and then it decays, you can attach it to another one. So yeah, with regards to NFT scenes, they do look really cool. I love the design of them. We spent many hours going back and forth, altering details, but I'm really happy with the finished product. Obviously, there's some more coming as well. There'll be a few different NFTs varieties as well, not just NFT scenes. And they're all going to have different utilities in our ecosystem. What we love to see is how we're really going to use these NFTs as the glue between the different aspects in which we're doing. And it's hard to speak in sort of Morse code because I'm trying not to reveal too much.
I hear
but
you.
There's a lot of excitement coming with them.
Yeah.
I'm really pleased with them right now. Anyway,
I have a really simple question. If I purchase one of these NFTs, will my plot look like that then? Will it show here?
yes, it will. It will look like a church scene. So then it's like you're physically picking up that and putting it on your plot. Okay, so you can attach it to whatever plot. You haven't got to attach it to the first one or the second one. You can make another new plot and put church scene plot or something like that, right? So you can detach them and attach them to different plots as well. So that is something that I don't know. Let's give you certainly some alpha. It might have something to do with the secret at the top there. Okay, so but we'll see. We'll see as time comes on.
Very cool. No, I love that, guys. I seriously think this is really, really cool. Like I said, obviously I've been part of this for a while now. You can see that the first plot I made here, the decay is going to be on January 16th of next year. But this is really, really cool. I'm super excited for some of this. If you don't mind, we're going to go through some questions here that the audience members have. Do you guys have time for that?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
All right, so this one says, are there any concerns about this project scaling up? The project has been amazing in its stability, even in this awful market, and the attention you guys are now getting. Can the price algorithms scale?
The simple answer to that is yes. Because of our plans moving forward, and even with just the original income streams that we envisioned how the whole ecosystem was going to work, we've got LMS on top of this now as well. The LMS factor was literally you could call it a side effect of having a sideways chart, because we obviously got a lot of attention. Like, wow, how have you guys done this? Like, can you come and speak to my team and we'll go through this? And yeah, we've been talking to many different projects to really put this into their protocol. So that's going to be the one income stream. We've got, like I say, these NFTs. We've got merchandise coming up, which is going to be pretty cool as well. I mean, if you go on our Twitter, you might see a picture of us with some t-shirts there. We've obviously got how we're going to do the game currency and how you're going to be able to move funds in and out of the ecosystem there.
Cool.
So it's really exciting to see that even in this market, scaling isn't a problem, because we're obviously doing that with regards to other projects coming on and natural growth, and just carrying on delivering and building, because the whole fact of having a sideways token is that we haven't got to be worried about the market sentiment. I mean, other people may have concerns about other projects, but we're just here building. We're doing what we're doing from day one, and nothing's changed for us. In fact, of all the years that I've been involved in crypto, this has been the most relaxed I've ever been, because I've not been too focused on the, in Jordan's words, the roller coaster of the markets, because I've just been focused on doing what we need to do here. So it's been a real nice time, and I think that's the same as our community. A lot of community members that I speak to say, "Oh man, if it weren't for you guys, like, it's now the biggest position in my portfolio, and really thanks for, like, just delivering this stable payout throughout this whole period." We've had people send tweets about saying that they're enabled to go on holiday now because, like, they couldn't have an income, and they've now built this income of what we've created. It's just amazing to hear. But that's not the big picture. It's a bigger picture than that. So yeah, it's just really nice to hear these great feedback, and yeah, we just carry on building that way,
Yeah.
I think what maybe it's important to say that is, if people go and look at Dex Tool or Dex Screen or whatever they prefer, we have a lot of selling. It's not like people are just compounding. There is a lot of selling going on, and that's a healthy thing for the protocol. So I just want to underline that, like, the healthy organic growth we have, it's really what's going to keep us floating. Like, we haven't had 10,000 nodes being made or plots being made in 24 hours or 48 hours or whatnot. It's just been steadily growing and adding to the liquidity manager. Meanwhile, all those who want to sell have sold, but done it above peg, which means that they don't take from the liquidity manager, they just take out of the daily volume. And like, that's exactly what we wanted to happen, right? So it for those who are a little nerdy and want to look into that, I think that's a very nice thing to look at those numbers, because they really show the things that we talk about.
Yeah, and it's really cool to see, actually, when you scroll down the buys and the sells, you may see a lot of red sells, but then they're like point of a coin or point this, and then all of a sudden we just have like big buys coming in. So it's a constant thing with regards to growth. And yeah, it's just been, like I say, it's just been going really well. Everyone's liking what we're doing, what we're delivering. And yeah, I mean, behind the scenes, things are going really well. Everyone's still working just as hard and just trying to get everything that we want to deliver delivered, and do it to the same high quality that we've delivered all through this project. And we really won't be happy until we've got every single thing on that list ticked. But the thing is, that list gets bigger all the time, because we all just like building and innovating anyway, right? So I feel just like it's never gonna. It's just like an ever growing ecosystem that we've got here. Really, it's just amazing.
Yeah, I love it. Well, thank you so much. Pretty much that's everything I got for you guys here. I'm going to open up the floor for anything that I may have missed or anything that you guys want to talk about, and then we can pretty much wrap it up from there if you guys are okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose I'll just recap with regards to anyone that wants to come along to our project and don't quite want to get involved by spending 10 HORDE tokens, which currently would be just over $1,000. You can come along for cheaper now with regards to a Soul's Rune or a Soul Stone. And for each one token you spend on a soul stone or a soul's rune, you will get a ticket into a giveaway as well for PC. But as mentioned before, we do lots of giveaways in the community. It's just something we like doing to try and give back as much as we can. And yeah, just come along to the Discord. The Discord's a great, fun place to be. Us founders always in there trying to answer questions. There's a great ticket system in there. If anyone ever has a problem, they can come along and speak to someone directly. Because this is something else that we found was in crypto. Who do you speak to if you got a problem? Other than your best friend that knows everything about crypto, it's like, where do you go? So we tried to make a decent ticket center there as well on our Discord. But yeah, thanks a lot so much for having us along. It's been a pleasure to having you as part of the community for so long as well.
Yeah. Sure.
And yeah, everyone that doesn't or wants to know more about us, check out our current Souls paper on our website. Come along to the Discord. There's a huge FAQ in there that we're always trying to update and add new questions in. And then the next things to look forward to is the new website, the new Souls paper. And then after that, we can just keep seeing new LMS partners. And yeah, I mean, it's a wild ride and we've just got so much to come. So thanks everyone for turning up. Thanks for everyone watching this video. And yeah, thanks for having us along, bro.
Absolutely. Thank you so much again, you guys. If you guys are interested in looking into Horde, as I said, head over to the Discord. I do have an official link to the website in the description as well. And then other than that, thank you so much. This was a lot of fun, and I will see you guys next time.